Hi, good afternoon. Lev Ary, and I'm from Israel. First, I would like to thank Moldova Fruit for inviting me for the second year to the annual conference. As I said, I'm from Israel. I came to Moldova about 3 years ago, and ever since then I was involved in a few various agricultural projects, introducing innovation and technologies from Israel with specialized solutions for Moldova. Now, Israel has invested a great deal of efforts and resources in the last few decades in the study, research, and development of new technologies for the agriculture industry. First, I would like to introduce the Volcanic Institute, which is a state-funded institute for research and development. Please, can you put the first video?
And innovations that find their way to the fields, orchards, and markets all over the globe. Today, 6 research institutes operate at the Volcani Center. Volcani Center is located in Rishon LeZion with 2 additional research centers, one in the north, Neve Yaar, and one in the south, Gilat. Agriculture in the state of Israel and in the world is facing the threat of a food crisis and ongoing disruptions in the supply of fresh food. Reasons for this are unpredictable climate changes, global warming, excessive utilization of natural resources, and cumulative damage to the soil, factors that significantly influence agriculture in Israel. The agricultural research organization Volcani Center facing these phenomena.
When I come into the lab, I think about global issues that we need to solve through basic research. Things like global climate change, things like food production, how to put the food on the table, and bring us to a world which will be a better place in the future.
Research science were able to develop a variety of plants that can grow in arid and even impossible areas, thereby convert desert agriculture into a synonym for Israeli success. As part of a global effort to deal with the shortage of fresh water, Volcani Center researchers led many imaginative developments which have been adopted for use in the world. Another futuristic saving irrigation development is the microchip installed in the tree trunk, sending accurate information on the state of its water to the mobile phone of the farmer.
The EC probe helps us control irrigation in agronomic crops. It puts us in the age of irrigation controlling. By using this EC probe, we can save up to 30% in irrigation and fertilization. Actually, this is the only probe existing in the world that helps us to control irrigation in agronomic crops.
Not many know, but one of the current food crises stems from a lack of common food sources for man and cows: wheat, corn, and soybeans. To avoid a shortage of seeds of this type, Volcani Center researchers have developed alternative food substitutes.
We have developed a unique feeding system for dairy cows that can utilize up to 35% of their diet byproducts which are not suitable for other animal and for human feeding, such as pomegranate peels, beer pulp, corn pulp. Despite of this unique system of feeding, the Israeli cow is the best cow in the world in milk production.
The potato is the staple diet of contemporary humanity. The extended storage, sometimes for months, harms the produce before its marketing to the consumer. Experiments conducted in laboratories in Volcani Center have found that peppermint oil is the solution in an organic manner without flooding the storage rooms with polluting chemicals.
These potatoes, for example, were treated with mint oil and they are not sprouting for about 9 months. And this solution can be used in developing country which has problem to build big storage houses which are cooled. So in this case, you can use the mint oil for inhibiting sprouting even in room temperature.
In the heart of the Volcani Center, there is the National Gene Bank that characterizes the research thinking for the sake of future generations. Here, millions of seeds of all the various plants of Israel are carefully kept to allow future replanting of each plant if, for some reason, it becomes extinct from the earth. Scientists at the center also teach in various academic institutions and mentor research students from Israel and abroad, thus creating the next generation of scientists in agriculture research and development worldwide.
I am very happy to be here in the Volcani Center and do my third degree with the brightest mind. We, the students, have the responsibility to provide the solutions for the food supply in the future. I know that my profession is going to be one of the most requested in the near future.
Israel is the superpower of knowledge in the field of agriculture. Millions of its citizens are fed every day by consumption of local, fresh, and quality products produced by the most advanced technologies in the world. All this thanks to science seeds that were planted hundreds of years ago by the founder of Agricultural Research Organization, Professor Yitzhak Elazari Volcani. Did he see in his vision that Israel will turn within 100 years to be the light to the nations in agricultural knowledge and export it to the whole world?
As you could see, we gathered an enormous amount of information, know-how, experience in implementing projects all around the world. Now, we would like to share this information with the members of Moldova Fruit and the farmers of Moldova. For this thing, we have another arm of sharing information, which is called Sinatco, which was established by the State of Israel, but now is open for private business. Let's see another presentation, please. Number 2.
Humanity is facing great challenges. Agricultural productivity and food security are threatened by a shortage of natural resources and climate change. Israel, a mostly arid and semi-arid country, has been dealing with a scarcity of water, land and energy since its establishment. This has led the Israeli agricultural sector throughout the years to be a leader in agro-technology, efficient management, research and development. We feel a natural obligation to share our experience and knowledge with other countries and to assist them in exploring ways to ensure a sustainable food supply for all of their people. Sinatco aims to enhance the agricultural sector in developing countries through human capacity building and the transfer of knowledge and technologies. Sinatco activities draw upon the Ministry of Agriculture's experts, researchers, scientists and extension officers. We focus on demonstration farms and centers of excellence. Sinatco's specialists share and transfer new technologies and foster capacity building by training the trainers, adopting the training to local conditions. Agricultural consultancy missions, professional advisory services provided in response to local development needs. On-the-spot training courses, training activities tailored to meet specific requirements. International R&D courses, activities aimed to develop the R&D capability and skills of researchers and scientists from developing countries. Agricultural internship programs, learning by doing programs for university students from developing countries. The rural area of Ethiopia, more than 3,000 small farmers working in horticultural production learned to improve methods of avocado propagation and cultivation. This created a strong and sustainable base for the export of avocado fruits and led to outstanding success in only several years. Atlantico County, Colombia. 800 dairy farmers dramatically improved milk quality and quantity, more than doubling their milk production. India. Nearly 30 centers of excellence were established in several states of India. Each professional hub is in a farming zone and offers a wide range of agricultural practices and new technologies adapted to local conditions. Sinadco, partnering with Mashar, is engaged in dozens of ongoing projects in many developing countries around the globe. Sinadco will continue to share agricultural knowledge aimed at ensuring food security, joining hands with the international community to make the world a better place.
Well, up till this year, the cooperation was on the level. So there was a little obstacle for the private farmer or the private company. From 2021, we are open for private business, private entrepreneurs. In order to make cooperations, we can plan, we can do feasibility study and implementation of small, medium and large scale projects. We also have an internship program that we can invite entrepreneurs into Israel to study and to get first-hand knowledge. Please, video number 3.
Israel is a world leader in agriculture. The vast knowledge accumulated and advanced technologies developed by Israeli scientists address complex agricultural challenges all over the world. The advanced system we devoted in Israel enable us to create an ideal environment for the plant. They prevent damage and treat diseases before they spread while using all the resources accurately. Our farmers and researchers have developed groundbreaking creative solutions for thriving agriculture in areas where water resources are scarce. In Israel, more yield-bearing and durable crops have been developed which can be multiplied and in many cases triple the yield per square meter. The Israeli inventions and developments are exported to many countries that rely on Israeli agricultural knowledge for the production of their agricultural produce. Meet Israel's new program for advanced agricultural training for young entrepreneurs. The program enables partner countries to upgrade and intensify the agricultural industry in their countries in an unprecedented manner to strengthen the local economy and ensure food security for years to come. As part of the plan, an intergovernmental agreement will be signed that will include the following components: 11 months of practical training, which includes fieldwork and experience on the farms, where they will learn the advanced methods used in Israel. A theoretical study program that includes training in small, dedicated professional frameworks at leading mentoring centers in Israel, where they will meet the best experienced lecturers and experts in the field of agricultural activity. Construction of a business plan for the establishment of an agricultural cooperative in the student's country of origin. In order to establish a cooperative, we will form excellent groups of the program's graduates, thereby enabling the establishment of an agricultural cooperative and advanced production centers for farmers in their countries of origin. The plan for building the agricultural cooperative is based on a business model that will generate high profits for entrepreneurs and will enable the centers to meet high quality and world standards for agricultural exports throughout the world and for marketing for local consumption. The advanced agricultural centers that will be built will strengthen the local economy and will ensure food security for years to come. The entrepreneurs who join the program will receive professional and close guidance from the Israeli Ministry of Agriculture in their country of origin for 5 consecutive years. This will assist them in establishing, maintaining, and developing new agricultural centers in the countries of origin. The Israeli experts will connect them to the leading Israeli technology companies in the world in order to establish advanced incubators, smart irrigation systems, computerization and temperature, an efficient packaging facility, and a global marketing and distribution system.
I have learned really a lot from the Israeli innovations in agriculture.
Israel agriculture is a very advanced agriculture, practically, technically, especially the advance of knowledge.
Bhutan mostly depend on agriculture, but they don't have much idea about the farming system. We do more plantation, but the yield is really less. Here, they plant less, but the production is more.
There's a lot of techniques, there's a lot of practices only in Israel we can find.
I strongly believe that this program can transform the agriculture in my nation.
It really pushes us to another level. It makes us hope.
When I return back to my country, I can make a difference.
When I go back to my country, I will make sure I add values to my land.
There is a chain network that we are creating. We go back home, form small groups, create things that even the government is impressed about. The impact it has created on my country is quite big. Israel creates a great impact on the world.
Today, following the accumulated experience and the advanced knowledge and technologies developed in Israel over the years, our experts provide day-to-day solutions to the most complex agricultural challenges around the world. Israel's new training program, working together, creating a better world.
Thank you. So to summarize my short presentation, I would like to invite all farmers, especially the members of Moldova Fruit, to start cooperating with many Israeli companies. Some of them already operate in Moldova, like Adama, which you heard the presentation earlier today, and Netafim, and other companies that already have representation here. We are working closely with Lev Ary Moldova as well in order to find the right solution for financing the project. You are welcome to contact me directly. You're welcome to contact us through the Moldova Fruit Association or Lev Ary Moldova. Thank you very much, and we hope for the cooperation.